Okay, so I'm at my mom's house right now. This is actually my childhood home. I'm sure a lot of you guys have spent some time here. If you grew up in Silverton, like we were always hosting. So much of like our family and friends have lived here for some periods of time. It's like been a nice community get-together space. We used to have like dinner every single Tuesday night with all of our best friends, my mom's two best girlfriends, and then their kids. So my mom actually just put the house on the market for sale. So I wanted to do a little walkthrough to remember the place by. Here's the front. Like, I'm not gonna walk down there because there's hella bees by these flowers. But this is 810 Chadwick Street. Oh, hi, Millie. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. Such a cutie. So, this house actually was the house that I grew up in from when I was born, with my two sisters for probably like 10 years. I feel like we moved away when I was in like the second or third grade, and we rented it to my mom's cousin. So whenever we moved back in, I think it was my senior year of high school, we actually did a full renovation and remodel. So right here, that little doorway at the end of the dining space, that was actually the end of the house where we had our kitchen. So like this was our kitchen in the old house, dining room in here, and living room, totally different setup. No fireplace was here. And then we have my mom's room, which this is completely new from when we grew up here. So this used to be my sister Channing's room. Now it's my mom's. Beautiful shower in here.
My favorite memory at the Chadwick house was when all of our moms would be in the living room drinking their fun little martinis, watching Weeds, and we would be in the basement, sing Star Pop, Dance Dance Revolution, and side note, just this is Renan and I, our memory, but playing Barbies, Renan ripping the heads off the Barbies, calling them like my friends' names because he was jealous of them, and was like, no, this is blank, rip the head off. I'm your only friend.
Like, girl, sorry I was jealous and that I want to be your best friend. Like, I was jealous. We didn't go to the same school growing up,
No.
so like, these ain't got nothing on me. That's how I felt.
No.
So,
No.
is that your story?
That's my story.
Okay.
But Max, someone else is going to say it too.
That's okay.
It's like the best memory.
There'll be
is.
different iterations.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Give me a hug.
I love you.
I love you more.
And I love Chadwick. Let's buy it.
Me too. If anyone wants to pitch in,
Yeah. Go fund me.
Let's do it.
Go fund me.
Keep my house, my own house. And then up the stairs. So this is where my room was growing up, as well as my sister Eva. So books, family pictures. And then fun fact, so this actually was my first room growing up as a kid. So it didn't quite look like this. We actually had a wall right here. It was kind of like a half wall. It stopped right around there. And this was all shut off. So this was my room.
I have a couple stories. I think it's crazy because this house has seen so many different lives and like different versions of every person here. So I think at one point, I think this house had a lot of like sadness, and then there was a lot of growth and excitement, and then like so many people lived here, and this was home to so many different people. So one memory I have, or a memory that comes to mind, was mom letting me paint any room that I wanted, and like truly letting me be a kid so I could do any design I wanted, whatever color. We'd go to the paint store and pick it up. So that room, that was my first room here, was like hot pink at one point, then it was yellow and green diamonds. And then the room downstairs, she let me paint this like mural. And then another memory, I threw an epic 3-day party here when I was younger.
Did mom find out about the 3-day party?
She did, yeah. And Karen actually came to check on the house, and I was here, but she didn't realize I was actually cleaning up from the night before. And then I met her outside and was like, oh, I was just checking on the house. I wanted to like take some trash out. But I did get caught, and I was grounded for a really long time. Really long time.
Love you so much.
I'm so glad you're here.
For the first few years of my life, this was my sister Eva's room. We shared this for a couple years, and then we had a doorway right here going into my little cubby. But after we remodeled and moved back around, I think when I was 18, or maybe like 16, this was my room in here. So cute and little. I spent a lot of time over here. A lot of time. This is where I was during COVID. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in this house during quarantine, like during COVID 2020. So I pretty much never left this upstairs area. Like we weren't really allowed to go downstairs. Didn't want to contaminate. So Eva and I spent a lot of time up here. We have our bathroom over here. So this upstairs area was pretty much the same as from when I was a kid. Cute little shower. And then this room right here, this was my sister Eva's room when we moved back in, but when we were growing up, this was my mom's room. So super cute space. A little bit different from when we were growing up because there was actually king size bed in here, which doesn't fit through the door. So there used to be a giant skylight right here. And that's where my dad cut the ceiling out and craned that bed right in so it fit.
Well, growing up here, it's hard to think about just like one specific really good memory. And I've just been thinking about a bunch, and honestly, I can't narrow it down because there's been so many memories here with so many different groups of people. So I'm thinking about, you know, the memories with Zeke, Max, and Zell, and Anise and Natasha. But then I'm also thinking about all of our cousins that were here, and, you know, obviously our immediate family and neighbors and friends, school friends, and Channing's friends and my friends. And like, there's always somebody living in this house, somebody that wasn't, you know, one of us. I feel like it was very much like a safe haven for everybody, the gathering place for everybody, which makes it very special. I will say I loved just like our time when we were little kids here just with Mom, and we would just paint so much, and she just didn't care if anything got ruined. And our dining room table was just like covered with paint. And to this day, that's like my most prized possession is our dining room table. I just love it so much. I love that it just has years and years and years worth of memories all packed into one. Yeah, I think that that's like a really good time capsule for the house that we can keep moving to like other houses. I would say when Mom and Mom and Karen and April would always come over, and originally they came over to start to watch their show, but then after their show was over, which honestly couldn't have been that long, it probably was only like a couple seasons, but we continued, which was on Tuesday nights, that's why we call it this. We continued to just hang out every night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday, like every night. And it was always Tuesday night, but the moms were just hanging out, raising all of us, and we would just be in the backyard, jumping off the roof, in the basement, playing karaoke or dancing or whatever. And like, that was like our family. Our family was just all of us, and Mom and April and Karen. And this house was just where it all happened. There's just too many.
I know, we spent a lot of years here.
And there's just so, like, oh my gosh, like being here with like, I remember being here with like Audrey and Gunnar and Jago and like and then like Holly, and it sounds so cliche, but like homey. Like, I just think that everybody that came here really felt like they were at home. And I think that's really special. All right, cut the cameras.
I love you.
Don't make me cry.
Hi, Millie. Oh, I love you. And then we have the star of the show. So none of this existed. Like when I was growing up here, this was just part of our backyard. We used to have a really, really big backyard. But giant kitchen, it's a mess because we're hosting a dinner party tonight. But nice big pantry. Cooking some beans in there. I feel like I remember everyone like going in a circle. Like, Obama, Obama, like.
My favorite memory from this house growing up was just coming down to the basement for hours on end while our parents pretty much locked us down here and just doing karaoke and Just Dance in the basement for hours. And my brother and I were talking about it, and two songs that stuck out were Kiss Me and Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. For some reason, every time we hear those, it just takes us back to the basement.
Got a laundry room. Oh, I love this painting. So my sisters and mom are super artistic, and I did not, unfortunately, inherit that gene. So most of this art is from the girls. And then actually the real star of the show is probably our backyard. So the backyard here looks totally different from when I was growing up. Yeah? Hi. Girl, say hi to the vlog. That's right. That's right, girl.
I love you, vlog.
Wedding vlog coming soon, 2027. It's gotta be happening. We used to not have a deck, so this is like, it was all grass. Looks really nice now, but when I was a kid, I might not have been born yet, but my dad got 2 big light poles, stuck them in the ground, and built us a really big swing. So we had that swing in the corner, and then a big like playhouse here that he also built. And we spent a lot of time back here as a kid, but it was much bigger than this, so it was really hard to take care of. But really cute. When we moved back in, we took down the swing and the play set, which literally broke my heart. But like the swing was iconic because one, it was built for like us kids, and then like in Oregon, we don't spend a lot of time outside, especially in the winter, but it was perfect for like the summer, having our friends over.
I don't know if anyone's gonna have this memory, but we used to have Easter egg hunts to like the death. Like, I just remember the golden egg was hid somewhere back here, and it was like, all bets were off, all our morals went out the window, and it was just like Easter egg hunt to the max. And I just remember like, it was just like the best. And every other memory is good too, but I just remember like getting so competitive and so ferocious back here.
Fighting for the death over an egg.
And I think that's a perfect representation of all of our dynamics with Easter. That's my memory.
Okay, give me a hug. I love you.
This is the sweetest thing ever.
Okay, we're almost done. But we got the basement. The basement also is very different from how it used to be. We spent a lot of time in this basement as kids. And you are.
Okay, this isn't my favorite memory, but this is like my most distinct memory is my kids, well, Zeke and a friend were down at the creek playing. I had the other 2 kids and we were home, and we got a tornado warning on our phones, I guess. We had phones then, on our phones. And I'm like, oh my God, where can I go that's safe? And I had to go find Zeke and his friend. So I was at the park and I'm like, we're going to Petra's. She has a basement. It was the only basement I could think of. And I don't know if I'd had you guys or if I picked you up, but we came here and you guys were here and Petra was at work and I had all the kids and we hid in the basement while we waited for a tornado to hit the house. And I just clearly remember we're like, that's the safest place we can be. So
Yeah.
that's mine.
Good job.
Yay!
I love you. My cousin Holly used to live down here. My stepbrother used to live down here. It's gone through many different transformations, but it used to literally just be like bare bones down here. We'd play Barbies all the time when we would have the dinner with my mom's friends every Tuesday night. This is where we would come down with the kids. Okay, Giselle.
Hi. Okay, I am having a hard time because I'm stuck between 3 really good memories. The first one is obviously any time that we would do like performances in Eva's bedroom so that we could have a sleepover, and we would always like do our little dance routines or plays like standing on her bed, and it was just like the sweetest thing ever, and I feel like it always worked. We were always having sleepovers.
It did.
And then one of my other favorite memories is when there was a tornado warning in Silverton, and we all came and hid in the basement. And tornadoes are my biggest fear, so a little bit traumatizing for me. But it was really fun because we all just like stayed in the basement and listened to music and played games and played Sing Star Pop, of course. And it just like made it so much less scary because we were all together.
That was your mom's memory.
It was.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
And Anissa's was Sing Star, like I'm gonna cry.
And then my other favorite, which this isn't with everybody because this was a little bit different, but when my dad lived across the street, Petra would take us to school like most days, and we would come over for breakfast, and she would always make really big chocolate chip pancakes with just like a bunch of powdered sugar all over them. And it was definitely a time that was like a little bit tough for my siblings, but like especially for me, and it just like made it so much nicer to be able to come here and like have a big delicious breakfast with one of my 3 moms.
Oh my god,
My
that's a really
memories.
good one. That's a really good one. Okay, give me a hug.
And then this is torture.
Oh, I love you. Yeah, so our moms would get together every Tuesday night and watch the show Weeds. I wouldn't know what it's about because I was always, like, the kids were always not allowed to watch. So, we have a couple funny stories. Like, one time, usually they would just have us, like, go to the basement and play Barbies while they watched it up here. But a couple times, like, once it was stormy and rainy. If you ask our moms, they're gonna say no, it wasn't stormy and rainy. No, it was stormy and rainy, probably in the winter. Okay, maybe not in the winter, they weren't like mean. But my friends and I, we remember this all so vividly. They were like, okay guys, like go play in the backyard while we watch Weeds. And girl, they locked our asses out there. And it wasn't like all nice like it is now. Like, it was nice, but like there was no seating out here, no undercover area. Like, they locked our asses out there. And for us, we felt like we were out there for like 3 hours, fending for our lives, like hunting for food, like taking cover from the storm. In reality, it was probably like 30 minutes. And it was probably like a light drizzle, but we're all a little bit traumatized, so. And honestly, that's pretty much it. We do have the garage down here. This is a memory that only Anissa and I know, but I don't know if this will make it into the vlog, but I think it was around COVID or senior year when we woke up one time and we came out here and do you remember that? I think no, it was after because I think I was working at UPS and we came here.
Oh, in the garage?
In the garage, and
Yeah.
we sat up chairs and I think music.
Yes.
And we literally just looked out, and like honestly, that's a vibe.
And your parents probably were gone.
Oh,
There's
no. They
way.
were definitely. Mom was at work. Like,
There's no way
no,
they were here.
that would not fly. That would absolutely not fly.
No.
Sorry, we were the problem children.
We were.
This part of the driveway was gravel, and we had a basketball hoop out here. Yeah, it's cute now. And also, the house wasn't always white. When I was growing up, it was yellow. It was a yellow house with blue trim. Sounds crazy, but it was super iconic for the time. And this is the front of the house. Honestly, gorge. And like such a good spot to grow up because like this street is so chill. My middle school was like right behind this big tree.
So I have more than one story. The easiest story to like date and remember is that up in the living room, we were all here for when Obama got elected for the first time in 2008. which is like my first political memory. Less distinctive a memory, but probably more prevalent, is in the backyard there was the sketchy backstairs, the flat-roofed sketchy garage, and the much sketchier play structure, all of which provided a lot of opportunities for both jumping and splinters. And wasps, a lot of wasps as well. I also tried to slide down the railings of the front porch more than once, and every single time that was a mistake. And I think I got big splinters in my butt more than one time. But all in all, this was an awesome house. And we had a lot of fun memories, many of which I'm remembering again for the first time right now as we talk about it.
It sits on a really big hill here in Silverton, so I feel like we are just like protected from the town. It's a really private, and it's a really good place for kids because there's like barely any car traffic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're all super sad that they're selling it. Like my sisters and I and my mom, like it is sad. But also like to all the people that lived here or stayed here for any period of time. Like again, my cousins, my sister Channing's, she had a couple friends that stayed here. My mom was always like happy to, she always had open arms to anyone that needed a place to stay. You know, not everyone has like a really good family life. Not like mine's perfect, but this was always a safe place for anyone that needed somewhere to stay, dinner cooked, play with some annoying kids, me and Eva. So, well, I guess just me. Yeah, so this house means a lot to the community, to our friends. I mean, it wasn't just me that grew up here. You know, it was my mom's best friends and their kids. Shout out Anissa, Natasha, Giselle, Max, Zeke, Rowan. Like, it was really good for all of us.
So I have hundreds of great memories of this house on Chadwick Street, but I would say that most of them have to do with people gathering. You know, whether it is, you know, me and my kids or cousins, nieces and nephews of mine, my friends' kids, my friends of my kids, it doesn't matter. We've had so many amazing times at this house, and they all had to do with being together. And this house, there's just something about it that it was a place that people felt comfortable spending time. It was, you know, the location's great, so it's close to the school. So by default, it's where people would end up. And I feel very lucky to have had this house be that for so many people. We have so many different types of things that we do with different people, and it's what I treasure the most about this house is getting together with the people that I care about and who care about me and my family, and have a meal together, gather together. That's what's really special about this house, and it would be hard. I know it can be replicated, but it would be difficult to replicate just based on where the house is located and the people that we love to gather with, where they are. It's a great house.
Okay, so when you guys were all really little, we were building that house and we were living in the RV. And every week when we would get together and have our Tuesday nights, I would bring the girls down and your mom would let us all take showers. And the girls would take a bath every week, and it was like the best bath and shower. Otherwise, it was in an RV and it was this big. It was a good 6 months, I feel like, that she did that. But so that was my very personal, and the girls, Anissa doesn't even remember it, but that was my very personal memory.
I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. I love you. That was a good memory.
It is.
And it's actually the reason why I'm home. Natasha, she got married this weekend. So it was really nice. She got married here in Silverton. And it was beautiful. It was honestly, I didn't know what to expect because I haven't been home in like 3 years. But it was like a big family reunion. Like people I don't even know were coming up to me like so good to see you. It was really special to see Tasha get married. We're so proud of her. She's like low-key the first one of us to get married besides my oldest sister. So it was kind of trippy, but it was a beautiful day. Got to hang out with all of our family friends that I haven't seen in forever. Thanks for coming on my house tour with me. You never know if it'll sell or not, so I might be back. I would love to be back. A lot of people really spent a lot of time here. Tons. And I mean, I went through phases where I lived with my mom's friends too. Like, we were super lucky growing up that my mom and her friends kind of raised us together. Like, we all lived super close to each other, really good support system. And we knew, like us kids, we knew that we were lucky that we had family like this, friends. But as I get older, like, I realize that it's not normal and that not many people are blessed with a big network of friends and family that like really love and care. Like my mom's best friends, April and Karen, they love me like their own kid, and I love them the same, you know, I love them like a mother. So yeah, we're so lucky.
So I guess that segues into my word, which I don't want to say safety, but my word is like more of a feeling that this was like the house of comfort, and our like, I'm gonna start crying, and our whole like little unit being here together.
And just family is my word. Yeah.
Oh.
So, you know, with that, I would say that if I had to think of one word for this house, it would be gather. And that can mean so many different things. But a lot of times it has to do with us getting together and eating a meal. And what started out with, you know, was just very inexpensive, quick meals that we could put together for kids, to the big dinner parties that we have now that, you know, gather around this beautiful island and make amazing food and just gather together.
Okay, so my one word is family, because while this house is magical, fabulous, amazing, it was the people inside of it who made it magical, fabulous, amazing. Like dinners, events, being locked in the basement. That was all family. And like, we truly were raised by a village, and that happened here. So I love this house, and I love everyone. I love you too.
I love you more.
My one word is D's.
I think just warm. I feel like this house was always very warm. Yeah.
Even in the cold basement?
Even in the cold basement, it was warm because it was all of us together. Yeah.
My word is sweet, because every single moment was just delicious and sweet. That any time we were here for dinner or like a birthday, Pedro was always making cheesecake or another delicious dessert. So sweet.
So I think that my word has to be splinter.
And then one word would probably be pancakes. I just remember Petra always making chocolate chip pancakes for all of us, and that was like the best meal ever. So yeah, this was a great house.
I would say warm, welcoming, cozy. That's what a lot of people are saying.
My one word is grateful. And then I want to do another word just in case. My next word is welcoming, home.
Girl, I'm here with the celebrity of the season, the bride of 2026.
So honored to be featured in this cinematic film.
Miss Gorgeous. I'll put some wedding photos right here.
Right here.
I'm like pissed. That's what I have to do.
Boom.
Boom.
Transition.
He was a good friend of mine.
Boom.
Hey,
And if you click the black button, it'll stop.
We love you, vlog.
We love you, vlog.
Oh my God.
We love you, Renner.
Whoa.
How do you use
Oh my God.
It's like,
It's my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And everyone
You say Obama?
That was everything.